Queen and David Barry on Dubai Eye 103.8. Helen Farmer with you. It is all about food, and it's got to say some hot gossip, hot takes next.
You're listening to Farmer's Kitchen on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Safe to say, a few sore heads around Dubai today from the F&B community because the Michelin inspectors have spoken for a third year and just last night announced Dubai's updated list of restaurant winners for 2024 as part of the prestigious award ceremony at the stunning one and only One Zabeel. Just a quick recap for, on Michelin. 1 Michelin star means high quality cooking worth a stop. 2 Michelin star means excellent cooking worth a detour. 3 Michelin stars means exceptional cuisine worth a special journey. And the Bib Gourmand category of places offering great cooking at reasonable prices. We're going to be running through some of the top honours. And there are also some special awards as well. Interestingly, though, once again, no 3 Michelin star restaurants announced. So who is guiding us through? We've got food writer Dan and Courtney Brandt. I have to say, 2 of my favourite foodies here. A little bit tired.
Perhaps.
A little delicate, perhaps. Yeah.
I think that having everybody in one room, we rarely get to do that. And if I can compliment the team, last year we did not have our Bib Gourmands together with us, and this year we did. And I really think that we really had everyone together in one room to celebrate. And
celebrate we did.
We did.
Yeah. So we should just say the show this afternoon is brought to you by Pickle. The burgers were consumed about an hour ago. So
yes, thank you.
Giving life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Simon.
Reviving the food squad this afternoon. So let's have a quick rundown. So this year's Michelin Guide features 4 2 Michelin star restaurants, so an increase from 3 last year. 15 1 Michelin star restaurants, an increase from 11 last year. Green star recipients remained the same at 3, and a total of 18 Bib Gourmand categories were awarded, up from 17. 4 were also recognised with the special awards, which we'll come into a little bit, and further 11 restaurants were Michelin selected as well. So let's talk about the big news of the night. Dan Fahy, if I say Michelin star headlines 2024, what do you think?
Probably the biggest 3 things that I got out of it were Oceana getting snubbed for a 2-star again.
So they stayed on 1.
Takahisa not getting a star. I thought that was a really surprising call just because it's really quite excellent. And obviously the number 1 story, Rowan 45 getting 2 stars.
Yes.
Like, I've been speaking to a few people before the show, and I think I've been maybe 4 or 5 times now, and I've said to people, it's a 2-star. Like, I feel like I've gone to enough 1 stars, 2 stars and 3 stars to kind of have a good judge of what it is. And I'm like, this is fundamentally a 2-star restaurant. But there's quite a lot of conservatism in the judging for a lot of the restaurants. And I feel like, and I thought maybe they'll start with 1, and they're definitely going to get eventually to 2-star. So for them to get straight in at 2-star, I was so proud, and it just meant the world to Jason. Like, he was in tears on stage, and it was just amazing to see because I've built a friendship with him and all the team, and I was just so proud. Like, we had a little circle, me, Courtney, and Liam, and a few of us, and you as well, and we were just like all stood up screaming for them, and it was a really nice moment.
So shout out Chef Jason Atherton. I mean, he's been cooking for 35, 36 years now, and the kind of culmination. And if you go to my Instagram stories, actually, I did post that moment that Dan just shared there, where really, I mean, he's had, numerous awards and stars over the years, but you could just tell last night that these two really meant the world.
It's hugely successful. Like, it doesn't need to be doing this anymore. But the fact that there's other celebrity chefs who won Michelin stars who never come to the country barely and won't be there to sort of like accept the awards and just put the names on the doors, and compared to someone like Jason who, as I say, has got TV shows and everything like that, and he finds the time to come here all the time and is always developing it, and it's just great to have a proper foodie in a role like that who still genuinely cares about what he's doing.
And is a top bloke too.
Yeah, a great guy.
Courtney Brandt, what were your big takeaways from the Michelin Awards last night?
So Dan has, I agree with Takahisa, full stop. I really expected to hear that name called. For those who haven't been, it's at Blue Waters, and it is fantastic. I was delighted to see Orfali Brothers get the bump.
Yeah, sorry, I missed saying that as well.
It was, you could tell in the room, I think we all have our favorites, and I love this community, but there were some especially loud cheers when Orfali, and to the row point, we were all kind of doing the math. Where they, the host would say, there's this many left, and we're like, well then it has to be this. That row has to get it. And I think even like on Jason, to see that emotion, to know how hard he's worked, to have his team with him, it was just special. I think we were all reminded in that moment that this is the culmination of somebody's career. They worked to this point. It does mean something, and I just couldn't be happier.
Courtney in the studio today, food writer Dan joining as we talk about Michelin last night. Would love to hear from you, your favourite restaurants. Do you feel like there's been any omissions? We're going to talk a little bit about some of the special awards, young chef as well, service. I had an interesting question here we're going to come to next from Tarek saying, what impact does a star actually have on bookings? And is a Dubai star really the same as a New York star? We'll be discussing that next, Tarek.
You're listening to Farmer's Kitchen on Dubai Eye 103.8.
More coming up next on the UAE's